Hey guys, Ted the GammaEdge here, coming at you with a 5-minute recap for today, June 9th, 2025. So key levels from today held true, that being our transition zones, 6,000, 610, and 620, all key levels. Let's get into how we got that and what our intraday tools told us. All right, so getting straight into it, this is SPX 0DT dashboard for today. We could see DEX transition zone 59.95, 59.90. You get that right here. Then we have our drunken sailor range 60.10 up here down to 59.50. So again, key if then today was if we could get above 60.10, because remember 60.10, that's a key goalpost in the structure, large distribution of speculation sitting there. So we need to see a lot of, or I should say a substantial buying impulse to help us break through that zone. Right, and then above 60.10, the next clear level was 60.20. Reason for that, again, you can see there's a significant amount of distribution of speculation occurring at that level. And this actually was our pre-market plus GEX level on the session, which means the strike with the highest amount of gamma. So again, a ton of short-term speculation sitting at that strike, which duh, because this is 0DT. And right, something to think about is when we see these massive strikes with a lot of distribution of speculation as we're progressing higher, those are actually weighing down on us until we're able to flip the moneyness of those strikes. By that, what I mean is if all else equal, if those strikes are above us, then they are decaying away. But if we're able to flip those strikes, then those are starting to limit towards one which are bringing more positive deltas into the structure. So that is why identifying these key kind of overhead goalposts are critical to understand when we are progressing higher than vice versa to the downside. Then right that now naturally above 60.20 is when we start to get into the iron condor that was present today, that being 60.40, 60.45. Again, you can just see a massive amount of speculation up at those levels. So again, if then again 6,000, this is just a key, we call them a Livermore level, but that's a whole psychological level. Top of our drunken sailor zone, which is 60.10, and then the first key strike was 60.20. If we got above 60.20, then we would reevaluate, but knowing that there is a bit of an air pocket up there to the iron condor structure. Just so you guys know, you can go back on our YouTube channel. We did YouTube live this morning going through our pre-market routine, so you can go check in on that if you are interested in kind of the other elements of our routine. Keeping this to 5 minutes so I'm not getting to that. And then so right on Friday, pretty muted market trend model action in the immediate term, flat action, really no direction one way or another, but we know in the longer term we were moving higher. So this is simply just kind of a consolidation in the context for longer term uptrend. So that is constructive to see from a swing trading point of view. On an intraday basis, fairly flat in the morning, then we did see a ramp throughout the session. So our ramp with the filtered tick, which is net large buying in the market on the day. So again, all else equal from this point of view, we knew that the bias was higher once we started to see this ramp. Now it's just a question of where price was trading within the context of our levels, and what our intraday volume analysis was telling us. So yeah, here is price action today. Yes, I know this is hindsight. Yes, trading looks very easy in hindsight, right? But we're just showing you how price interacted with our levels, of which could have taken advantage of this, which we identified for you pre-market. So again, 6,000, 60.10, top of the junk and sailor range, and then 60.20, which was that massive kind of significant speculation distribution up there at 60.20. And then we have our iron condor structure highlighted up here and down here with the gray boxes. So again, you can see in the morning session, just a consolidation between 6,000, which is our Livermore level, and 60.10. So you can't tell me that those two levels were not important, that we identified just through our structural analysis in the pre-market. And then we saw the ramp higher up to 60.20. 60.20 again was that top level on the day. Again, as I said, if we're not able to break above that, it's going to act as a weight against us. And I mean, that's effectively what it did. It was the lid on the market all day. So again, this should be evidence enough that, these levels we come up with, they're from the structure of the options market. And it's imperative that you understand these on a day-to-day basis if you're serious about trading intraday, right? Because the modern markets are driven by options positioning. Yes, we know not every single move is caused by that, but understanding where these structural forces are is, we think, critical on a day-to-day basis. And the last thing we're going to do here, we're going to look at our intraday volume analysis. Simply put, what this is for SPX 0DT specifically, we look at the call and the put volume throughout the session, and specifically on 5-minute intervals, we aggregate that call and the put volume. We understand the distribution of that. We find the midpoint, which is called a centroid, and we plot that. So 5 minutes, plot. And then over time, we can understand what the trend of the call speculation and the put speculation is. Is it sideways? Is it higher? Is it lower? And by understanding that, we can understand the character of price action from the open to any point in time that we are printing this chart, which again is every 5 minutes. And then character price action, right, being, a trending day or a choppy day. And then by understanding what has happened, all things equal, we can understand what is likely to occur throughout the end of the session. We can just make simple inferences and we can project out where those centroids are going to head, all else equal through the close. Remember, price follows where transactions are occurring. So, right, if we can understand where those centroids are going, we can understand where price is going. And so for whatever strategy you're trading, whether that's, intraday scalping with futures, selling premium in the 0DTE, or, short dated options, like that's very valuable to know. And then couple that with our levels, very easy to understand what those key levels are at and where price may go, but more importantly, where price is not likely to go. So as an example, there are some folks in the Discord today. You can go look at their trade recaps if you remember. Go for it. But one of them, right, was 6,000 key Livermore level. Once we started to see some upside pressure, market trend model was trading higher. Premium was sold below that because there's a good chance that we're going to continue to move higher, and we knew where our key downside levels were. And then to the upside, folks were selling premium up here. Reason for that, again, 60-20 key upside levels, unable to penetrate that. More importantly, looking at the vol M chart, we could see speculation was not massively ramping higher. So without speculation massively ramping higher, we cannot really anticipate that we're going to see a massive continuation move higher. So again, that's just two ways that you could have played today. Obviously, you could have played that move from 60-10 to 60-20, right? But it's imperative to know that we weren't really seeing a ramp in speculation past 60-20. So you really should have tampered your expectations today. But if you didn't take that trade from 60-10 to 60-20, this right here, like you're not crazy because 6,000 was 10 points away, upside was 10 points away, 1-to-1 risk to reward, like not great. Much more interested in those 3 and 5-to-1 style trades, and those don't happen every day. You don't have to trade every day. That's okay. But nonetheless, do this. You should have understanding, how we got those pre-market levels and how you leverage the market trend model and our intraday volume analysis intraday to help couple price action with the levels and then with what the speculators are doing on an intraday basis. So with that, you guys have a good rest of your night and we'll see you on tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.